You must watch these movies in 2026, otherwise you have failed in life. And no, I'm not talking about the movies coming out that are popular, that everyone knows about, like Spider-Man, Avengers Doomsday. That. Marvel's gone to shit anyways. I'm not talking about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Okay? I'm not talking about Dune 3. I'm not talking about any of the obvious ones that we all know we're all gonna see. We know. Whether we like it or not. I'm not talking about Moana. What the garbage. Garbage. All of this is garbage. I'm talking about ones that you might sleep on. A bit more low-key. I'm not saying they're completely unpopular, but you should probably go to the theater and watch them the moment they come out. I've compiled a list of the top 10 upcoming, my most anticipated movies of 2026 that y'all need to see. I'm not saying they won't be popular and completely under the radar. They probably will be more popular as their release ramps up. And I'm not saying all of them will be good. Chances are, statistically, some of them will be bad. Maybe a lot of them. Who knows? I'm willing to give them a chance because the premises and the people behind these films, I'm very hyped. We're going to do some honorable mentions. These are ones that can't make the list because they're still popular, regardless of what anyone says. But you should look out for them anyways. Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg, the trailer just came out. It's one of the few Alien movies that's coming in 2026. I'm excited for it. It looks like a hybrid between Pluribus and Arrival. It looks like there's going to be some kind of hive mind stuff. Humans and animal minds joining. We don't know what the aliens look like. Who knows? Project Hail Mary, Ryan Gosling. Something is happening to all the stars and the suns in space. There's some kind of bioorganic virus that's disrupting all of them. And this teacher biologist dude is sent out there into space to figure it out. And there's some aliens in here too. Cool premise. I'm definitely going to be in theaters for it. Godzilla Minus Zero. Sequel to Godzilla Minus One. Arguably the greatest Godzilla movie of all time. Arguably the greatest kaiju movie of all time. We all know we're going to see it. Psycho Killer. A film that may not look that great. It looks like Longlegs, but like more basic. But there's a lot of satanic imagery in here. The villain is straight up satanic. They're going down the rabbit hole of that. Satanic cults and all that. I'm very curious about all that stuff. I really like movies that delve into that. And it's written by the dude who wrote Seven. So naturally, I'm excited for it. Iron Lung. I think this is based on a game. I don't know anything about the game. I just read the synopsis and I'm like, yeah, that sounds sick. Post-apocalyptic future. An event known as a quiet rapture has destroyed and taken all the known stars and habitable planets. They all disappear. And a convict is sent to explore an ocean of blood discovered on a desolate moon using a midget submarine. That's sick. That sounds awesome. The only issue is this comes out in January, and that's the dumpster fire for movies. If you don't know, Hollywood basically loves to throw their shittest films in January. It's just a thing that happens. Welcome! Made a whole video on the trailer for this. We don't need to go into it any further. The dude from Severance basically walks into a freaking inn that's haunted by a witch who looks like this. Michael Jackson on crack. We all know everyone's watching that, okay? Zach Gregor's Resident Evil film, of course. Evil Dead Burn. Can't wait for the next installment of Evil Dead. I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. Alright, now we're going to get right into it, alright? Number 10. Kraken. I'm a big sea monster fan. I'm a big monster fan in general. Anything coming from the ocean, I'm going to watch it. I don't care. It could be as bad as the Meg movies with Jason Statham. I believe this is a Norwegian film. Basically, this group of corporate suits decides to use this sonic machine in the ocean that disrupts the ecosystem. And oh, good job, you awaken the fucking Kraken. And I'm very excited to see, one, the scale of this creature, their take on this creature. It sounds like they're going for the take that, yeah, this is an ancient godlike being under the ocean that's existed for a long time, and there's always signs that lead to this creature's awakening. So it looks pretty cool, and you get to see just a glimpse at the size and scale of this creature. I believe that's like part of its head. Looks cool to me. Can't wait. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to watch it because it probably won't air in any theaters near me, but still. Number 9, Hope. I gotta mention some Korean films in there. You know I do, because they come out with some bangers. They come out with some of the best cinema I've ever seen in my life. This is a cast, bro. Not just Korean actors. You got Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. I believe they're married, right? They're in this too. This cast is stacked. Look at the synopsis of this. In the remote village near a demilitarized zone, a tiger is going on a killing spree apparently. and a local police chief is alerted. What begins as a local emergency soon spirals into a deeper, more terrifying mystery, one that confronts the town's residents to confront the unknown. Does that not sound like one of the creepiest, most awesome stories yet? I'm so glad that we have original filmmakers coming out with stories that are cool. You know, the guy who made this made The Wailing. You know they're about to get supernatural with this. Borderline Lovecraftian, I hope. Or at least a cult of killers, at the very least. It starts off as this series of animal attacks by a tiger. Oh no, this is a larger conspiracy. Something else is happening under the underbelly of this town. I love stories like that. Fucking love this. Can't wait! Number 8. Digger. Tom Cruise stars the most powerful man on earth who wants to help it, but his decision-making leads to utter disaster. That's all we know about the synopsis of this. I don't know what this is based on. I don't know if it's based on anything at all. All I know is these two are teaming up. Tom Cruise and Alejandro Benratu. I'm so sorry for pronouncing. He's the guy who made The Revenant. This is Tom Cruise's first outing that's not like an action movie franchise in a while, right? Cannot wait. Cannot wait for this. Tom Cruise is putting Hollywood on his back. And I can't wait to see this director's work again. Cannot wait. Don't miss it. You owe it to yourselves to watch original movies. Number 7. Flowervale Street. Produced by none other than the man himself, J.J. Abrams. Look, this might be a red flag for many. J.J. Abrams is problematic. A lot of his projects are pathetic. He is pathetic in many ways, what he did to the Cloverfield universe. In fact, a lot of people are thinking this might be a new entry into the Cloverfield franchise. No, it's not. I don't think so. I think they're going to make a direct sequel and not do anything else. Like, they've ruined it the last couple of years. Oh, let's take one movie script and tease that it's a Cloverfield movie lazily because we don't actually have any ideas for new Cloverfield movies. No. The director of this movie made It Follows and Under the Silver Lake. Two very, very good movies. It Follows is one of the best, coolest demon kind of horror movies ever, and Under the Silver Lake is a conspiracy theorist wet dream, starring Andrew Garfield. One of my favorite movies of the year it came out. I can't wait for this. Plus, this is about dinosaurs, apparently. This is like some weird sci-fi mystery involving dinosaurs. I don't know how I feel about that, because the amount of shitty dinosaur movies I've seen recently, like, it's just... But it does sound interesting. Anna Hathaway's in it. It's got a pretty stacked cast as well, so we got to give it that. Number 6, The Backrooms. Yes, look, this is not going to go under the radar because anyone who's a fan of these short films and shit on YouTube, you're going to watch this. A24 is producing it. You got these two playing in it, Christina Milioti and I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try. But I fucking love The Backrooms. I love it. They got the same guy who made the Backrooms short films that went viral to make the film. I love it. I love the idea that producers are allowing this to happen. They did the same thing with the two guys who made Talk to Me. Those two YouTubers. I'm a YouTuber, right? This gives me faith and hope. But regardless, they really need to get this right, though. That's what this is going to be tough, in my opinion, to pull off, because the Backrooms works in the specific way that it's filmed and the way the story's told, which is very minimally, by the way. It's like an experience. To make it a movie and make it work, it's, in my opinion, that's going to be very difficult. But if they do it right, this could be one of the best horror movies of all time. Period, point blank. Number 5. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I know a lot of people will roll their eyes at the thought of any IP called The Mummy because the last few have been shite. Tom Cruise's was shite. The third Brendan Fraser Mummy was shite. Look, apparently this movie's not even going to be called The Mummy anymore because Universal is planning to take that title and use it for their 4th Brendan Fraser Mummy film. I have no faith in that. That's going to they're going to ruin Brendan Fraser's. They're going to ruin Rick O'Connell's legacy, aren't they? But this is an original story using the mummy in it, okay? This is the synopsis. A father whose missing daughter returns years later is possessed by an ancient mummy spirit that begins to infect his other child, forcing him into a dark ritual to save them, even if it means unleashing a monster, blending psychological terror with mummy lore. I fucking love that. I fucking love that we're not doing this adventure film, going to this tomb, unleashing a mummy that goes on a killing spree. I'm glad that we're doing something a bit different with it. This is like The Exorcist meets the Mummy type stuff. I'm really glad, and I trust Lee Cronin. I do trust Lee Cronin. He wrote and directed this. So, be on the lookout for it, guys. Number 4. What the hell did I even put here? I don't even remember. Obsession! Oh, yeah, bro. The moment this trailer came out, I was like, I gotta know everything. I'm gonna watch that day one. I love horror movies like this, okay? This dude basically uses this specific artifact called the One Wish Willow to basically wish that his beautiful crush, sexy ass crush, will fall in love with him. The amount of people that would do this, it would cause global genocide overnight. Because apparently, this leads to her potentially going very crazy and him regretting that choice. There's a trailer where listen, this premise we've seen before, right? Crazy chick is obsessed with the dude, blah, blah, blah. But this is done in a similar way to The Substance, where this is like a business thing for them. In The Substance, to make yourself look youthful, you have to go to this weird, shady black market company and buy this thing from him, and then you call them to ask them questions about it when it's going wrong. This trailer teases a very similar thing, where he's asking the guys who sold him this questions like, how does this work, bro? Can I undo it? Is she actually in love with me? Blah, 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 all this stuff. It's like these movies, I'm seeing a lot of these movies where they're touching on the commoditization and corporatizing, if that's a word, of some specific desire that humans have, and then it turns into a fucking horror fest. That's what this is. Apparently this chick loses her minds and goes full on demonic. I'm telling you, bro, this is going to be the scariest movie of the year for me, because crazy hot chicks who smile in the dark and try to kill you, it's like one of the biggest fear archetypes of mine. Number 3, Look Back. Fucking hell. Okay, listen. There's an animated film called Look Back, based on a manga, I think. My friend sat me down and watched it, okay? It's about two girls who bond over their love for manga. They're drawing and writing their own mangas, okay? And some fucked up shit happens, yo. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but this is a really sad story. Like, I get depressed just thinking about it. I don't even want to talk about this shit, because when I was watching it, like, my friends cried when seeing it. I didn't cry, but like it just didn't make me feel good. Yeah, they're making a live-action version of this, made by the same people. At least the writer's the same. The very good director is attached to this. This is going to be a great film. You already know, because the source material, what it's based on, it was a great story. I don't think this is a movie that you need to see if you've seen the animated film. That's the thing. I don't think you need to depress yourself even more. I needed, like, lithium after watching this shit. But I have to mention it because as a cinema guy, like, I know this is going to be good. I just have you have the instinct where you're like, yeah, that's probably going to be a really freaking great film, borderline Oscar worthy. That's what I feel about this film. Number 2. I can't take this brother seriously. Ridley Scott is adapting the book known as The Dog Stars. I don't read books. I don't read shit. But the story of this is very interesting, all right? And look, it's Ridley Scott. He kind of has a habit of fucking up a lot of his original IPs, but when he does try to do original work, granted, Napoleon was questionable, wasn't it? This story is very interesting. It's a post-apocalyptic world after a flu virus that wipes out all of humanity. You got Jacob Elordi as a civilian pilot, and they hear some kind of message, unknown message from someone, so they know they're not alone. They have to face invaders and the hope for a better life outside the current dwelling. Listen, I'm excited no matter what Ridley Scott does, because it's Ridley Scott. He has hype behind him. It's a hit or miss with Ridley Scott. He's a very 50-50 director nowadays, but still. The cast alone is kind of the selling point for me. Margaret Qualley, this woman is just... Jacob Elordi, Guy Pearce, Josh Brolin, like, bruh. This movie might not be great, but I'm still excited for it, and I know people will look down on Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott does not carry the same kind of, yeah, that's going to be a great movie the moment you hear his name, but I'm excited for this, okay? Number one. And I don't think this is going to go under the radar, because by the time it comes out, by the time the marketing's done, everyone's going to be watching it, similar with Nosferatu. Robert Eggers, the guy who made all of these. Northman, The Witch, Lighthouse, Nosferatu. This dude has a banger resume. He's making a movie on a werewolf starring Aaron Taylor-Johnson. What's her name? Lily Rose Depp. He is giving his own take on the werewolf. Finally, we werewolf fans can unite. I'm tired of seeing vampires. I'm tired of seeing Dracula being adapted every 5 months. I'm tired of seeing vampires be more mainstream than werewolves. Werewolves are 10 times cooler, and Robert Eggers, who just did Nosferatu, is about to prove this. The behind-the-scenes photos look gnarly. Brutal. This looks great. I know it's going to be good. I hope. This is my I don't think this is my most anticipated movie 2026, but it's up there. It's up there. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, y'all. Those are the 10 movies you need to be on the lookout for. Please, bro, just watch them. All right, just watch them. Do the service to cinema. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.